What'd you major in?
Not lawyers.
Not lawyer
stuff.
He said they could shave his head, shave it, while on the bus with us. We're going to Paris. We're going to Paris. I'm Lisa Leslie, and welcome to the Standard. It's called the Gold Standard, actually. By the time you get done doing this, I will remember the name of the show. But for right now, well, did you know that Kevin Durant called me the Gold Standard? Did you see that?
Yeah, but do you think he called you that because of your show?
How poetic. I don't think so.
I think he did that on purpose.
Oh, thanks, Kev. Just like really being in tune with what I'm doing.
Do you know my
the Gold Standard?
You know one of my nicknames, Kev?
No?
Yeah.
Why?
But you don't have to come with that. What's up, guys? I'm Kelley O'Hara, and this is the Gold Standard, where we talk about all things women's sports at this Summer Olympics.
In Paris.
And you know what? That's happening in Paris. And you know what?
What?
We might be going to Paris.
No, we are going to Paris.
We can tell
are.
It, yeah, we can tell
Okay,
it.
okay.
We can tell it, yeah.
We'll tell you guys later.
Okay. So when did we talk last? We talked on Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
And a lot has happened since then.
Bro, medals have been given out.
I know. We're
Gold,
stacking.
Silver, and bronze.
Stacking up the medals.
Yes.
Okay, but first, before we talk about any medals, I do want to touch on soccer because today is the gold medal match.
Yes.
And it is USA versus Brazil. This hasn't happened since the 2008 Olympics.
Yes.
And we beat Brazil.
How excited are you to see well, first of all, to see Team USA won, but Marta of Brazil is going to be back. What do you think about her being out there? And can she take over this game?
Well, what's interesting is that she's coming off of sitting out 2 games because she had her red card. They gave her an extension, I don't know, a harsher punishment, and she had to sit 2. So she hasn't played in 2 games. So we're going to see a fresh Marta on the field, which is a formidable Marta because you don't want a fresh Marta, but maybe she's, a little rusty. Maybe she feels the pressure. I don't know.
She's probably been running.
But here's the thing. I'm not concerned.
You're
I
not?
feel very, very confident about this team. Brazil, actually, they're coming, not only is Marta fresh, but Brazil only played 2 90-minute games for their quarters and their semis. And we played 2 120-minute games, right?
Right.
Quarters, semis, both had to pull through 120 minutes. But what was interesting is that Emma Hayes talked about this idea of, not that I want my players to suffer, but I'm okay with my players suffering because it almost teaches them that they can, and you can dig deep and you can find this different level. Did you ever line up, about to tip off, and you're like, ooh, this is about to be hard. Like I'm about to have to dig so deep.
Yes.
And I'm about to feel some things I don't want to feel, but I'm going to do it.
I have. And guess when that was? My very first WNBA game.
Really?
I was so tired.
Why?
Yes. Because we had like 3 hours of media. It was just so much going on.
Okay.
I had not really trained the way I was supposed to. So I got to that jump ball, and that's probably the first time where I was like,
oh no.
This is
gonna suck.
I'm not sure it's gonna happen, okay, guys? I may not be at my best right now.
Okay, maybe it's like, I think maybe there's a difference between, also, did you know this? A basketball court can fit inside the 18-yard box of a soccer field.
Soccer field. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys, it's ridiculous how far you run.
It's crazy. So Emma, to bring it back, Emma talking about this suffering, I appreciate it and I understand what she's talking about, and I actually like her approach to it and the way that she's having her players think about this, or the way that she's explaining it to the team. Because, for instance, I think that the Germany game, 4-1 against Germany in group play, I said that's a really good game to build this confidence and to understand. Yeah.
Right?
And to understand, like, oh, I can do that. I can have not just a win. We can not just have a win, but a performance, right? Against a good team like Germany.
Okay.
These last 2 games has taught this team that they can handle.
Grind it out.
They can handle that grind. They can handle the pressure. They can handle the pain that comes with 120 minutes of soccer, because it truly is. But I will say, as a player, I used to be like, ooh, this is gonna hurt. But I always felt like in the second half and beyond, I was like, this is my jam.
Yeah.
Like I loved when I looked over and I saw my opponent being hitting a wall, and I was like, I'm just getting started.
Right.
This is where I like to
dig
live,
deep.
you know? And so I think that is what this team is building and has gained from these last 2 games.
Okay.
Are we a little worried that they did that a lot of, you know, this tournament is crazy when it comes to loading and soccer. It's just it's not, I don't think it's nuts. But so we are a little worried about legs, but that meant that US mentality, there's nothing like it. Truly.
I agree, because I know that fight and that heart and what it takes to get, it's like, it's not gold or bust at this point.
100%.
But let me ask you, I saw a few of the players, just through the media, of course, really admiring Marta. What do you think about the admiration that they have for her? Because she's a legend, right?
100%.
It's almost like Simone and Suni and the young women just having so much admiration for Rebecca, the gymnast, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they have that same type of feeling.
Yeah.
Is that going to play a part?
No, we play against Marta in the NWSL every single week in and week out. Like, these girls, Marta's amazing. She's a legend. She will go down as one of the greatest players ever to play this game. But the reality is, every single person on this team has lined up against Marta. Almost every person probably has lined up against Marta. And when the whistle blows, you're just another soccer player I'm trying to beat. Do you want to know something? Yeah. When you asked me about...
I like when you tell secrets about soccer. What?
When you asked me about trash talking. Yeah. Okay, I said I didn't really trash talk. It was more so like indirect. Marta is the one player that I will directly trash talk.
Oh, okay.
But it's not... But it's not like bad. For instance, I'll give you an example. Yeah. Well, I'm playing defense. She's forward. Yeah. Ball gets in behind. We both are chasing it down. I get to the ball first, play it out, whatever. As we're jogging back up, taking our positions, I'll like be jogging next to her. I'll be like, you got to be faster than that. You know, like stuff like that.
Cute. That was trash talking? You got to be faster than that.
No. Like getting under her skin, pushing her buttons, you know?
Oh, okay.
Little things like that.
What would she say back?
She doesn't like it. She knows,
you gotta be faster than that.
Yeah.
Not today, boo. You gotta be faster than that.
God, all my trash talking that I talk about, you're a loser.
I just like how sweet you said it. You gotta be faster.
Yeah, because it's almost like it's like this little got it.
Yeah, you gotta speed it up.
Yeah, get on. You gotta run faster than that if you want to get by me. Okay.
That's good. It got under her skin.
And then I'll just close it off with, I think that on top of all those different things, we are the more organized team. We are the team that understands what we want to do. We're the more patient team. There's just so many elements that I've seen throughout this tournament that give me really good feeling and confidence as a fan and a former player watching these players play. I feel very confident that we will be watching them put gold medals around their necks tomorrow.
Marta is going down.
All right, we just found out that the U.S. will play France in the gold medal match on Sunday. Thoughts?
My thoughts is that let's go. France will be very happy with a silver, and it's okay. But
you're putting that out there, like that's basically
absolutely.
We don't even.
Yes.
Do we have to play the game?
Don't forget France home.
Yes.
France has the crowd behind them. Yes. They have been booing our U.S. women's team on other games, not necessarily cheering for them.
So this is going to be a hostile environment.
It can be a hostile environment
for the U.S. team.
Hopefully they'll have on red uniforms because we always win when we wear red.
We have been winning.
The U.S. women have really done an amazing job.
What a legacy. Like, this is truly a dynasty when it comes to the Olympics. You started it in 96.
I feel like we don't get enough credit, but we don't get enough credit because it's almost like people just expect. Yeah, you just expect it so much that you're not really excited. But these women are working hard. So hard. And it's a lot of pressure to try to keep that record going. 100%. So I'm excited. I think as long as A'ja Wilson, who I think is the MVP, who's been averaging a double-double.
She had,
as well as Breanna Stewart, who is also could be the MVP. Like, they have done such a great job holding it down. Jackie Young. I think the whole USA women's team, but the starters have really been really strong.
Who's starting this game on Sunday for you?
Oh, well, I think it's going to be Chelsea Gray, of course. Jackie Young will start at the 2. Nafisha Collier would be the 3. And then you got Asian and Brianna on the inside, which is, they're interchangeable because they're all about the same size. Brianna obviously can play outside at the 3, and Nafisia Collier can play inside, which makes us so strong. But the U.S. defense is what's been really strong, because they can switch on those screens. People are having a hard time shooting over them. I'm surprised, though. Brittany Griner really hasn't had as much of an impact. She's so much taller, but she's there. And she's still a bucket also. So, we have the best guards in the world, the best players in the world. It's going to be tough. Everything would have to go wrong for Team USA for them not to win.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, not knowing a ton, but obviously Belgium was one of the bigger competitions of this Olympic tournament for them. So you would think, playing Belgium, it might be a tighter game, but I feel like playing France in Paris for the Olympic gold medal, like that is just, as a player, I would love to be on the US team being like, all right, we're about to beat you at home in front of your fans.
Well, I got to share 2 stories with you. One, our USA team beat Australia in 2000 on their home floor for the gold medal.
Oof, okay.
It is a very tough game, and because they have the crowd obviously 100%. On their side, sometimes the officials are a little bit, things can happen funky. Yeah. Players that were never in foul trouble could get in foul trouble.
Question marks.
So things can happen, and the game end up a lot tighter than it would be in like a neutral spot.
For sure.
The other thing is, listen, the last time we lost, I was 1994. Yeah. Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Staley, myself. We were the youngest. We were the pups. We were the babes, right? Okay. Just coming in, and we were on our first national team, and we were playing, and we lost in these, semifinals to get to the gold medal round. We lost to Brazil.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Got on the bus with Brazil. Brazil's on one side of the bus.
Time out.
Yes, riding the same bus with the team. Why?
What?
Yeah.
That's like worse than sharing a locker room.
That is.
So did you guys ride the bus together to the game?
To the game and back. Yes, so they're on one side, we're on the other side. But unbeknownst to us, they told the coach if they beat Team USA, he said they could shave it, while on the bus with us. So we lost. Got back on the bus, and they commenced to shaving his head while we were sitting there. And I said,
"What were you doing? Were you watching? Were you looking out the window?"
No, we were pissed. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
I was surprised. Did a fight?
I'm like a kid.
What?
You will never ever beat us again. So guess who we beat in '96 in the gold medal game?
Brazil. Talk about lighting a fire.
Yes. Come on. So '96, we have never lost in the Olympics. Thank you, Brazil.
Wow.
Appreciate you.
Wow. I mean,
moral of the story, don't shave your coach's head, not in front of Team USA.
You're sharing the bus with the team.
Is that crazy? Okay, we are joined today by the beautiful 4-time Olympic gold medalist and U.S. track and field icon, Sanya Richards-Ross. My girl.
Woo!
You guys got to get her pajamas also. Anyway, she still holds the American record in the 400 meters. Girl, let's get into it.
Welcome, Sanya, to the Gold Standard. Thank you for joining us. You've been doing amazing over there. How is it going?
It's been insane. We juxtaposed to the Tokyo Olympics, where there were phenomenal performances, but there was no one in the stands. There is a marked difference in this Olympics. Like, people have been comparing this to London 2012, which was one of the best Olympics, period. And so it's just been amazing. And every night, track and field delivers the drama. It delivers the champions. It's just been delivering every night. And I'm always like, it can't get any better. And then boom, it's like, especially Team USA, it's been mind blowing just how well they've been competing and performing. And especially ahead of 2028 in LA, it's like, you know what I mean? If they can recreate this, it's going to be unforgettable.
Sanya, I love track and field, and I was looking forward so much every time I would talk about like the USA, but we got to watch out for Jamaica. What happened to Jamaica?
We've been reading stats all the time about it's been 20 years, since Jamaica hasn't been on the podium and all this stuff. And, my coach used to always say this, Lisa. He used to always say, we got to be the best prepared mentally, physically, all the things, but you also got to have a little bit of luck on your side for a major championship. Because like we saw with Noah Lyles, you can get COVID, like certain things can happen. And so they just had a lot of bad luck that seemed to just trickle down. You know, obviously Elaine Thompson-Herah first injured a couple weeks before the Olympics, and then Sharika Jackson pulls out, and then Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pike. You know, it's like, but think about, I mean, when Usain was running, they were winning like 4 or 5 of the 6 sprint medals in the 100. It's definitely a big difference, but I just think a little bit of bad luck, and also too, you know, there got to be a changing of the guard. So the young athletes are going to need time to be able to compete on this level, but I think that they'll be back. So yeah, but you know, their loss and the U.S. has gained big time.
Yeah, huge. And what about sha'carri Richardson? What have you thought about just her performance and getting silver, and then the relay, which was
the relay today
phenomenal.
Was so exciting to watch.
Yeah, it was epic. I mean, you know, it's hard to describe the pressure of coming into the Olympic Games as the favorite, as the face of the Olympics. And people forget sha'carri had never been here before, and it's not a world championships. It's not an Olympic trials. It's very different. And so I just think, you know, she came out here and she gave her best effort. I think she should be proud of herself. You know, like a silver medal is a great accomplishment at the Olympics. And then she came out and she was behind when she got the stick, and she brought Team USA to gold. So she'll leave here with 2 medals. And I think she will have earned and learned so much from this experience that I think if, you know, she can stay healthy, I think that she'll be able to be the best in the world come 2028. But I thought it was a good showing for her. Of course, she wants more, like we all do. You know, you come here to win. But, you know, she's young and it's her first time here, and it was a lot of pressure, and I thought she handled it well.
Okay, I have a question about Sydney McLaughlin.
Yes.
Levrone. She is running these 400-meter hurdles
Yeah.
as fast as some people run without hurdles. So is it naive of me to think that she could also compete in the 400-meter no hurdles?
First off, that's your race, so you would know better than anybody.
Yeah, like that's why I'm really curious, because I'm just a fan. I'm just a bystander watching this, being like, so she's running that fast with the hurdles. How fast can she run without? And like, couldn't she just line up and do the 400 if she wanted, or is that crazy to say?
No. You're absolutely right. I mean, many people thought she may attempt the double here because she had the second fastest time in the world at 400. And of course, we know what she does in the 400 hurdles. And so a lot of us think in the future, she will either do just the 400, because what more can she do? I mean, she's broken the world record 6 times, double Olympic champion, right? Like world champion. So it's like, you know, people think she'll either run the 400 only, or she may attempt the double. I think that she's one of those once in a generation athletes who could do the double. I mean, as you can imagine how hard it would be to run the 2 hardest races on the track, right? Like everyone always says the 400 and 400 hurdles are the 2 hardest races on the track. So it'll be a tall order, but you're right, Kelley. Listen to this stat. It's kind of mind blowing. So her 400 hurdle world record, which is now 50.37, only 24 American women have ever run faster in the open 400.
Wow. Are you serious?
From the beginning of time, only 24 American women have run faster. So it's actually insane. I think I was trying to describe it during the race and I couldn't find the words because it's like, it just doesn't make sense. And overnight I was starting to think through, like, what are we witnessing? Like, what is she really doing? And I came up with an example that hopefully can kind of, you know, help to give people an idea of what this is. So one of the greatest athletes in our sport, he's Mondo Duplantis. He is the world record holder in the pole vault, right?
Yeah.
And he broke the world record here again. But there's a visible mark, right? Like he knows if I go over this bar, I'm going to break the world record, right? Sydney, every time she steps on the track, she is literally breaking world record she has no pacer. There's no buzzer. There are no lights there. And so it's like the level of discipline and focus and intensity to do that every time you run on the track. When I broke the American record, it was 2006. And I competed through 2016. I chased my own record for 10 years and never broke it again. Yeah. I mean, it still stands. Yeah. It's still there. Nobody else has done it either.
Yeah.
Give her flowers now. Hey.
Still stands.
But you know what I mean? It's like the idea that you can get better every single time you step on the track is like one that we never see. Even Usain Bolt, when he broke the record, I think it was in 2008. Don't quote me. It was either 2008 or 2012 when he broke the 100-meter. I think it was in Beijing. He never broke it again. You know what I mean? It's like, so the fact that she's doing it every time she steps on the track, it's she's unreal. She's in a class of her own.
It looks like it when you watch her run. I'm just like, she just moves
literally
differently.
Oh, like they have a picture of her where she's over the rings and there's nobody else in the picture.
I know. So I had a question though. Would the reason be that the reason why she wouldn't try to attempt both is because that means she would actually have to run the 400 4 times, right? That's a lot.
More than that, right?
No,
you have
six
for the heat. That's a lot.
So she'd have to run 6 races. So she has to run the prelims, the semi, and the final 2 times. And depending on the schedule, which you would anticipate for the Olympics in LA, they would make the schedule where she could attempt it. So what that means is that they would move things around so that 400 hurdles or the 400 would be done. She could have a day or 2 and then start again. So you anticipate they will do that, but it's still going to be a daunting task for her to attempt it. I think I could see her just running the 400 and going for gold and glory in a whole different event. That's what I see her doing.
That might be nice.
Wow.
And then the last one, I guess, would be Gabby Thomas. Like, how much of a queen is she? I mean,
I feel like we have so many queens out there. Like I feel like it's just been the Olympics of like USA women on the track and in the field,
you're right.
track and field.
I mean, Tara Davis-Woodall, Gabby Thomas. And what makes Gabby so unique is obviously she's a Harvard grad and, she's like majored in neurobiology. She still volunteers her time when she's in Austin, Texas. She has her master's. It's like, excuse me, what?
How do you have all this time, ma'am?
Yes. How do you do all these things? And, I have the pleasure of talking to her and being and knowing her well. And she's like, look, like, for me, if I were only to do track all the time, I think it would drive me crazy. And so this for me is an outlet where I can get that mental break, where I can have a place of peace, where it's not just like track all the time. So it provides her the balance that she thinks she needs to be great. But I just love her so much as an ambassador for the sport. I just think she's, such a great role model for young kids to know you can do it both. Like, right, you can be excellent in school or excellent on the track or whatever it is you want to do. You don't have to just do one thing well. You can do, multiple things well. So it's really been a joy to be here, to be commentating, to be witnessing greatness every single night. And I'm happy that people are getting to see what I know. The sport is really just so great with great stories and great athletes, and I feel like they're getting their flowers and being celebrated right now. So it's a special moment.
I've been looking forward to it every single day. I wake up and I'm like, what's the schedule? What's track and field? When are these people running? What is on today?
We love it.
Well, I just got to say, you've been doing an outstanding job. We love hearing you. Your knowledge of the sport educates us on it, keeps us engaged, and we hope that that we heard that maybe there's going to be something coming in the future where we'll see track and field a lot more often than just every 4 years or every 2 years. Yeah, we love it so much. So thank you for all that you've done, Queen, with your golds, 2008,
2012. Yeah.
We got another one.
2004.
And 2004. Boom. Mic drop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Greece. Yes, because we were
crazy.
Greece. Yeah, Greece, Beijing,
and then I was in 2012.
And London, yes. And listen, I want to give you guys some love too, because I've been seeing a lot of the clips, and you guys are crushing it too. So big shout out to you guys holding it down for us back home as well. I appreciate and respect what you guys are doing too.
Thank you so much.
Good luck the rest of the way. Have fun.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on. Okay, listen, volleyball. We're in the finals, baby.
Volleyball beat Brazil.
They're playing Italy in the final on Sunday. I am very excited about this. They're defending their gold medal, which is so exciting for them.
This is so exciting. I love volleyball so much, indoor or beach volleyball. I played volleyball.
I know.
So, I love it. I like the outside hitters. I feel like sometimes you look at volleyball and go, as high as they jump, why don't they play basketball? But then,
you could say the same thing
about the basketball players?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
really get up. I love it. I love it so much. But I want them to win gold.
I know. It would be really fun to see them.
It would be amazing.
That would be our first.
Maybe we could see them.
Wow. Okay. Water polo on not as happy of a note.
I know. Why?
I know. Lost in the semis to Australia. It was a really good game. We actually, I got to watch this game. I hadn't been able to see many of their games. And we were up by a couple points in the second quarter maybe, and then it became very back and forth, and I think it ended up 8-8. And
did we have like a shootout or whatever?
And then we had to go to shootout.
Is that
have
what
you
it's
ever
called?
seen a water polo shootout?
Yeah, it's like bust you in the face with the ball. I don't
First of all,
understand.
they're so
too close.
Shooting this ball, I'm like, what? Who made these rules?
Who came up with this rule?
They've been fantastic in Olympics. They've won the last 3 gold medals. But you know what? They have now the opportunity. Yes, they lost in the semis, but they have the opportunity to play for bronze. And I have had to do that. And I can't tell you the amount of like mental gymnastics you have to do to go
get
from
ready.
Losing and being like, this dream, my gold medal dream is now over.
Right.
But now we have this ability to bounce back. We have the opportunity to end on a high, and that's what they can do. And I do think that this team is going to be capable of that.
And if I was the coach, I was thinking about this when I saw them lose. What would you say to a team who your hopes and dreams of winning gold are gone?
Yeah.
But guess what? You have no medal right now. So it's better to focus and change your focus to getting a medal and then be mad about that medal than to not medal at all.
For sure. Oh, 1,000%.
Right?
Yeah. You get like, it's like.
So focus.
Yeah. In Tokyo, when we lost in the semis and we had to get back up and play Australia for the bronze medal game, I was like, I will not leave this country without a medal around my neck. All right. Artistic swimming.
Those girls are jamming.
I cannot. I can't even talk. Seeing the first clips of these swimmers, athletes out there, I was like, what? How?
First of all,
can somebody talk me through how?
Listen, the Michael Jackson moonwalk, and I was trying to hold my breath. They were underwater for a heck of a long with their feet and stuff. How do they stay underwater so long? That's what
I'm saying. I don't know.
Bro, I was like, okay, they haven't come up, and then it's like legs.
Yeah.
Haven't come up, legs down, legs back up, haven't come out. I was really like...
And like the amount of energy they're expending while doing that.
How do you...
I don't know.
Are they just
I was trying to watch their arms, but they didn't even look like they were moving that much below. They just looked like they were levitating in the water.
I would knock over the girl on the left and the right with these legs and then panic in the middle of being up under too low. Grab on you, Kelley. Have your leg and foot while I'm up top. How are they doing that?
You're bringing me down.
It was so amazing.
I missed my mark. It's incredible, truly.
Yes.
It's like so great. And we won silver, which is so sick. I feel like Moonwalk should have gotten us gold.
Well, I don't know who voted on that.
Yeah.
How do we not? I feel like we need to petition, recheck the schedule like they did for Suni Lee. Recheck the score.
Yeah, we need to submit that.
Something.
Resubmit.
We need a recount.
Yeah, I need a recount.
For
but
sure.
Dude, shout out to the artistic swimmers. Y'all are fun to watch.
So good.
And I think it's the sport. This sport takes the cake of like, how are they doing that? Genuinely.
Yes.
I don't know. Final week. We're going into the final weekend. This is so exciting.
Wouldn't it be better to see it like in person or watch it on?
You know?
What do you think?
Funny you should say that.
Why?
I feel like we should go see the final weekend in person.
In person.
In Paris.
We're going.
Together.
I
convinced Lisa.
Let's go! We're going to Paris. We're going to Paris. You guys, we are literally going to get on the plane.
Right now.
And we are heading to Paris, and we are going to see what?
Soccer's
win goal.
And then, are we going to see basketball? No, because Lisa only got one ticket.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I only have one ticket for basketball, but I'm going to tell you everything that happened, play by play.
Thank you so much.
Basketball is hard. I don't know why.
We're going to try to go to volleyball.
Volleyball would be amazing.
I'm buying tickets to volleyball.
Volleyball? Yeah. Okay. I got 5 on it.
You have fun at basketball.
No, I got 5 on the volleyball too.
Okay.
What time's we're going to figure it out.
All right, we're going to figure it out. We got lots of things. We're literally blitzing to Paris, to the Olympics.
You guys are going to see us on TV.
I'm the most convincing person in the world.
You are. Should have been a lawyer.
I've actually heard that before.
What'd you major in?
Not lawyers.
Not lawyer
stuff.
Not lawyer stuff.
It's too much reading.
Come on. If Legally Blonde could be a lawyer, you could have done it.
It would be like Tomboy Legally Blonde.
Tomboy. We're going to Paris.
Yeah, we're going to Paris.
Paris is in France. France.
See you guys on the other side.
Bonjour.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. That's all we got.